Have you heard the term foster care and have no idea what that means? Maybe you or someone you know are considering becoming a foster parent and you're looking for more information. Well, stick around and I'll get right into exactly what the definition of foster care is. Hi friends, I'm Anna Leonora, and together with my husband Jason, we are foster parents in real life. And here on my channel, From the Fosters, we do foster parent life together and raise awareness for the foster care system. And we discuss purposeful living as well. So if any of that interests you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel to join my growing cyber family here on YouTube. All right, let's get right into exactly what is foster care. So I did take a couple notes. I wanted to get a couple different definitions from a couple different sources. So I'm going to pull up first. The first definition that I found was from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, the Children's Bureau. So this is a nationally recognized definition of foster care. And I will read the quote. The Children's Bureau defines foster care as: foster care, also known as out-of-home care, is a temporary service provided by states for children who cannot live with their families. Children in foster care may live with relatives or with unrelated foster parents. Foster care can also refer to placement settings such as group homes, residential care facilities, emergency shelters, and supervised independent living. If you're interested more in what the Children's Bureau has to say about foster care, you can visit childwelfare.gov. But I felt like that was kind of a broad definition and not inclusive enough. So I did look up my local county's Department of Social Services definition. I am licensed, my husband and I are licensed through our local Department of Social Services, directly through DSS. As a foster parent, you can be licensed through DSS directly or through a private agency. There are pros and cons to both, and I will discuss that in another video at another time. But my husband and I are licensed directly through our local Department of Social Services. So I did want to get their definition of foster care. So my local Department of Social Services has the following to say of foster care. Children come into foster care because their own families are in crisis and are unable to provide for them. Foster care is temporary care for children who have the ultimate goal of returning home to their birth parents or other relatives. Foster parents play a vital role in understanding the needs of the children during these difficult times, and with their help, intervention and nurturing can make all the difference to a child in need. Foster parenting is about believing and investing in the future by helping children and families who are experiencing difficult circumstances. So I felt like that was a better, more inclusive definition. You can see there are some similarities between what my local DSS has to say and what the Children's Bureau nationally has to say. But I wanted to include one more definition. This is from a foster parent. I found this definition on YouTube. It's on a national PTA video. There is a video on their channel called What is Foster Care? There is a gentleman on there whose name is Sam Macer. He is a foster parent and a PTA leader. And this is what he had to say about what foster care is. Foster care is not meant to keep families apart. It's meant to remove and provide protection for children when their living situation is deemed unsafe for them. It provides protection for the child while their family works a case plan to help make their home and lifestyle safe for raising a child. He also adds, if you ever want to make a difference in your community, become a foster parent. So my definition of foster care, like the three definitions that I provided, is that it is meant to be temporary. Children in foster care are not meant to be in foster care forever. In most cases, the primary goal is reunification. That's not always possible, but that is the case in most situations. I believe it's over 50% nationally. The children are reunified to their families. So in most cases, the primary goal is reunification. Families are given a case plan to work, and there's a lot of things that can be included in that case plan, and that is specific to the case. But families are given a plan to work so that they can prove to the state that their home is safe enough and stable enough to raise that child. While there is no set amount of time for bio families to work their case plan, they are not given an infinite amount of time because children need and deserve stability and permanency. So the average amount of time children are in foster care, average nationally, is approximately 2 years. Of course, there are cases where children are in care longer than that, and in some cases, children are in care for less amount of time than that. But the average nationally is 2 years. In some cases, safe reunification just is not possible. And in those cases, children either will go live with relatives, which is the preferred outcome, is that they get to stay with someone in their family. But again, in some cases, there are no safe, stable relatives. So in those cases, if parental rights are terminated and children cannot return home to their families, oftentimes their foster family or a different foster family will adopt them to provide that child the permanency that they need. Foster parents are trained and licensed individuals or couples who are educated in parenting children of trauma and with whom the state will entrust the care of these children while they and their families are going through this process. I also wanted to provide some statistics in this video, reasons why children are removed from their home. And I want you to keep in mind, I realize that these percentages do equal more than 100%, but oftentimes children are removed for a combination of reasons. So this does equal more than 100%, but often it is for a combination of more than one of these reasons. 62% of children are removed from their home due to neglect. 36% are removed due to parental drug abuse. 14% for caregiver inability to cope. 12% due to physical abuse. 10% housing instability. 7% parental incarceration. 5% alcohol abuse. 5% abandonment, and 4% sexual abuse. If you would like to learn more about the foster care system in your community or about foster parenting, the first place I would recommend that you go is that you type in Google your county and Department of Social Services or your county foster care. And the Department of Social Services page should come up, and they should have information about the foster care community and system in your specific county. You can also check out a couple of my favorite YouTube channels where I gathered information before and during the process of becoming a foster care parent, and also now while being a foster care parent. So some of my favorite channels include Kate with Love Mother Blog, Whitney with Be the Village, Crazy Middles, Winter Hendrickson, and Raising Cultures. There are not many channels on YouTube dedicated to foster care, but these are some of the ones that I found provide really great information. Also, you can consider subscribing to my channel, as I have a lot of videos planned and a lot of content to provide, and I'm dedicated to raising awareness about the foster care system and about foster parenting. Until next time, friends, go out and shine your light into the world.